You're in tune with me, the Reason Boss, coming live and direct from London, England, where I'm pleased to reveal that the Reggae Boyz have revealed through Coach Jaime Halgrimson they new, improved, fingers crossed, with 4 new changes from the Gold Cup run, where they were eventually beaten 3-0 by Mexico in the semi-finals. 4 new additions as they begin their Nations Cup campaign. They will be taking on the 9th of September, Honduras, a plucky team, a technically gifted team. But that's just my take on matters. Let's get two heads being better than one. Without further ado, let me introduce my special guest this evening, live and direct from the United States of America, Mikey Ballin. Are you in the house? Can you hear me, big man?
Yes, I can. Loud and clear.
We are big T people around these parts. Big man, I've got the excuse me, I've got the squad. I don't know if you've got the squad before you. For viewers and subscribers who are not aware of the squad, has revealed by Coach Jaime Halgrimson. I will go through the runners and riders, goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, and forwards, and then we're gonna dissect with pace and power. Mikey Ballin has an appointment or two. It's a special occasion. We are honored to have Mikey in the house. I believe there's a special anniversary. And you see the shirt in the background. I don't want to pour too much fire at this moment in time. We're going to keep it strictly, well, for the most part, we're going to keep it strictly sweet jam down. But congratulations on your anniversary, whatever it is, big man.
Thank you. But the only thing good about the shirt in the background that is red.
I'm gonna prize something else out of you. I want you. Some people find it very hard to big up Arsenal. Give them their dues. Give flowers to those above ground. That's what I say. I'm gonna give you an early chance before we chop things up Jamaica wise. Say something good about Arsenal FC. Take your time. In your own time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The only good thing I can say about Arsenal, they know how to freeze at the end of a season.
Oh God. Oh God. We have uncompromising guests on Rich
Listen,
Post Sports.
if
No
it was
yes
you,
man, as you can
if
see.
it was United, we wouldn't freeze.
If it was United, would you ever be in that position? Arsenal having led the league for over 220 days. Let me repeat, 220 days. There are levels. We're going to be talking about levels when it comes to football with the Jamaican Reggae Boyz squad. But there are levels. Would you like to see Man United this season, Mikey, fighting for the top spot this season, even if it's for one day of fighting? Would you like to see that?
Listen, if I fight for 252 days at the top spot and don't win, I think that is a big letdown. Therefore, you have speed but no stamina to finish the race.
Viewers and subscribers, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. I will be sharing the platform to the general public as and when. Right now, I'm trying to deal with this repra. I can't even find the right words for this brother. But he is a special guest, so I've got to be, relatively speaking, on
This
my P's and Q's.
this Red Devil.
This Red Devil is clearly not aware of the levels when it comes to football. I want to say with pace and power, Arsenal are ahead of the curve.
Oh,
No one gave Arsenal a hope of competing for the top spot, let alone a top four berth last season. This season, we're looking at the Reggae Boyz, and we bring perspective on Rich Post Sports. I wonder if Mikey Ballin would be saying that Jamaica have every opportunity of winning the Copa America and making the semi-finals of the World Cup in 2026. At this rate, judging by this Red Devil, anything like that is possible. Speak!
I think Jamaica will get to the World Cup, and I think they will get to the round of 16. I also think they will get to the Copa America.
Uh,
I think this coach is also doing a good job moving slow. You notice only 4 changes, which is, you have to have a pool of players. So maybe the next game there'll be 4 more changes because you can't just go with 27, 20, 23 players. You have at least 36 four goalkeepers, and backup at every position. The only question I have or two is that Maps is, I know, the veteran of the team. I think we should give a younger player a chance to show their skill because Maps won't be there in 2026. So it's time to give somebody a chance. Don't know who, a chance at that position.
Well, even Brazil had the great Thiago Silva still plying his trade now at Chelsea, 38 age and years old and counting. Greetings, by the way, to those who are viewing and hitting the like button. This will be going public. I will be sending it public, but right about now, we're just taking it down, taking it down real low for those who are nearest and dearest to us while we chop things up. Hopefully, no edits will be included because Mikey Ballon, he does say many things that make a lot of sense, viewers and subscribers. However, he does occasionally go off the proverbial rail. You heard it once regarding Arsenal. We may hear it again. Who knows? But Mikey Ballon sounds very optimistic about this Reggae Boyz squad under Coach Jaime Halgrimson
Oh
with the pace and power. Let me. Oh, go ahead, Mikey. I'm just about to just go through the runners and riders, the squad as released
no,
by Jamaica.
I want to say that Arsenal exploded before the finish line.
This man is causing me to cough. I've not coughed barely once today, but you can see that stress is a real thing. But I'm going to sip my cup of tea.
I'm going
I'm
to
going
have
to brace myself for the runners. I'm going to brace myself for the roller coaster ride. That is a conversation with Mikey Ballon as he
I'm
raises his cup.
my watermelon juice with lemon.
We're going mug for mug here. Like, share, and subscribe. Trust me, Rich
Yeah.
Post Sports. Mikey Ballon with his watermelon. You say how he's looking young. Congratulations to yourself and your good wife. If it's an anniversary along that lines, is it,
Yes.
Mikey?
Yes, it is.
I salute her indefatigability, her ability to put up with your good self. You are looking well for the journey, and I'm sure she is looking wonderfully well. We salute you on your anniversary. We wish you many, many more.
Yep.
Without further ado, the reason boss will drop this 23. If you've not heard it, 23 or so, let's have a look. Connor Boyce Clark, Jamali White, and Blake, Andre Blake in goal, the number one keeper for Jamaica. In defense, we've got Damian Lowe as Know Yourself comes in. Blessing elders, bless up yourself, know yourself. Respect each and every time. Thank you for touching base. Remember to hit the like button, and we say peace and love every time. Yes, we're just going through the Jamaican squad as released by Jaime Halgrimson, John Wall, and the management team, and assessing the Nations Cup uh, chances. We've got Honduras on Saturday or Sunday. It's the 9th of September, the 9th of September,
Saturday.
2 a.m. Yeah, it's Saturday. It's going to be 2 a.m. UK time, I believe.
That's
But
9 p.m. New York time, 8 p.m. Jamaica time,
all right, full respect. That's a full respect. And then there will be games on the 13th of September. Jamaica take on Haiti.
which should be a tricky.
Um, Absolutely, we've got the forthcoming World Cup qualifiers eventually when Jamaica will be trying to make the 2026 World Cup. Of course, it's in North America, and we have three automatic qualifiers as the host nations. Mexico, Canada, and America will be installed, ready to go. We will be doing battle with the likes of potentially Haiti, maybe the likes of Grenada, Panama, El Salvador, Honduras. But as Mikey said, he expects to see Jamaica in the 2026, inshallah, World Cup. So too does the reason boss. But the caveat is it's not going to be a done deal. They will have to earn their place, and it will be, as fans, an enjoyable, fingers crossed, ride. Challenges are there to be overcome. Let me continue. Defenders for Jamaica for the forthcoming Honduras game. Amari Bell, currently in Premier League action, playing for Luton. They lost 2-1 to West Ham United. Hard fought They're going to struggle in the Premier League, but Amari Bell finds himself in arguably the toughest league in the world. Amari Bell in defence. Deshaun Bernard, currently on loan, I believe, from Manchester United. He's at Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship. Dexter Lembikisa, who played today, I believe, a right back for Rotherham. I think they lost 2-1, but they were in action today. He's on loan from Wolverhampton Wanderers. He's had a pretty good start to his Reggae Boyz career. Adrian Mariappa, as we have said, the senior citizen, currently at Salford United. Gary Neville and company's Man United's former top stars club, Salford City. And Greg Lee, who is one of my personal favorites, a superb engine on that left of defense, and he can also provide some attacking thrust on the left-hand side, and certainly more attacking thrust than Taxi Lawrence, who has been such a loyal yeoman servant for Jamaica. However, the times are a-changing. In midfield, Casey Palmer, currently playing in championship action for Coventry. Yes, Rotherham won 2-1. Thank you, know yourself. A good win, 2-1 victory. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, Dexter. And well done to Rotherham. Thank you very much for that, know yourself. We've got Casey Palmer, 26 years old. Joel Latibodere, and Dexter scored a wicked volley. It was a wicked volley from outside the 18-yard box. You see the excitement and the energy by these young, talented players for Jamaica. Joel Latibodere, Coventry English Football League. Daniel Johnson, who moved from Preston North End, he's now with Stoke, and I believe they actually played his former team. I think they lost the game 2-0, but they played Preston North End. Daniel Johnson currently with Stoke. And Kevin Lambert, who has now moved from the USL, I believe, to the MLS, now representing, I think it's Real Salt Lake, 26 years old, playing a central defensive midfield role, and hopefully continuing to do well. He's made a good start. Long may that continue. He enjoyed a pretty successful Gold Cup campaign for Jamaica, playing that defensive central midfield role next to Latibodere. We will be getting into the creative element of Jamaica's midfield later in the show. And Bobby Reid for Fulham completes the midfielders. In the forward area, Whisper Richards, Chelsea, young starlet, big move, big things expected, but early doors yet. I think he's gaining a lot of experience with the Reggae Boyz, but his talent is definitely shining. It's there, but it needs to be nurtured, so we're not going to rush things. Leon Bailey of Aston Villa, Mikel Antonio, West Ham United, Damari Gray. Not sure if he's moved from Everton, but he's not been in Sean Dyche's good books in terms of ensuring that Everton have a reasonable chance of staying up. They will be all hands on deck. Trust me, they've experienced a rocky start, picking up their first points today with a draw. I believe it was maybe against Sheffield United, but they're enduring a tough start to the season, and it may well continue. Will Damari Gray be part of that journey? It's touch and go. He may well be on the move if he's not been on the move already. Corey Burke. Yes, I said it. Corey Burke. I think that Mikey Ballin will have a thing or two to say. Shamar Nicholson. He's moved on loan, I believe, from Spartak Moscow, now with Ligue 1 Clermont in the French league. And Ronaldo Cephas, a player who I've been impressed with in his time at Ant Gardens. He made a move to North Macedonia, where he was burning up, tearing up trees and scoring many a goal. Of course, it's not one of the Premier Leagues in the world and in Europe, but a goal scorer is a goal scorer. Will he find the back of the net for Jamaica? We shall see, but I'm delighted that Coach Jaime has reached out and identified Ronaldo Cephas for his form, and I don't want anyone to be rushing Cephas. He needs time to bed into the Reggae Boyz setup, to assess and find out exactly what John Wall and Jaime Halgrimsson desire of him in and as part of the squad. So important. It's not an island business. It's a team effort. And that completes the bidding as far as the Reggae Boyz squad for the game against Honduras. Mikey Bannon, immediate initial thoughts. You've given an indication that you believe that Jamaica will be doing well come the major competitions that they're going to be entered for. But this Cup, Nations Cup, when they've got Haiti, Grenada, Haiti away from home. Later in, I think they're playing in 11th of September, 11th of October. They've got Grenada, and then on the 14th of October they've got Haiti. But immediately we've got Honduras on the 9th, and then the 13th of September they have got Haiti. Your thoughts, sir?
My first, I want to say this thing that CONCACAF is doing. I don't think it's proper. I think if you're in a group, you should play every team in the group, and the team at the top two teams with points to just go through. You can't have Jamaica playing Haiti or Haiti playing Jamaica two times, right? Let's say Honduras get Grenada two times. I'm not bashing Grenada, but Honduras is a highly ranked team in CONCACAF. They can gather 6 points from that. If Jamaica and Haiti split, they lose 3 points. Let's say Jamaica uh, beat Honduras. Both all three teams can end up on 9 points, but Honduras can go through and goal difference if they score 100 goals and Grenada. Every team should be playing every team in the group. Simple. Why this you play? You have 6 teams in your group. You are 5 teams. You're not going to play one. That don't make any sense. If you're going to play 4 games, play all four. Play for all teams. I don't know. Concacaf. The people running Concacaf. I don't know what they're thinking about. If you're gonna have 5 teams or 16 in the group, play all teams. One shot. Team with the top 2 teams with the top most points goes through. But if you have a team like Grenada, like I just said, and I repeat myself again, and Honduras get Grenada two times, I don't know if that's what the fact is. They can run up a big scoreline on Grenada and go through and goal difference. If Jamaica and Haiti share split the points, and let's say Haiti is not playing Honduras. Is what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man, bring your head back in. We can only see your shiny head, you know. See him there. See the
Yeah.
pretty boy there. Go ahead.
Or I think they should just let
Yes.
every team in the group, and the top 2 teams end up with whether with most points or most points with goal difference goes through. Simple.
I must say, when I saw the initial format, I was scratching my head and I had to take my time to digest it. I'm going to continue to digest it before giving my full assessment. But I do agree with the gap between times and taking on opponents and who plays who. It does seem a tad convoluted,
So
I must say. But
so
go ahead, go ahead.
one team, like I don't know who the officials are who pick the schedule. He can say about that team goes through because let's say Honduras not going to play Haiti, right? And they're going to play Jamaica. Let's say Jamaica beat Honduras. Honduras go on and beat the other three. Win the other 3 games, they have 9. Jamaica and Haiti split. They all have 9. Now Honduras play a weak team 2 times and pad up a goal difference and go through.
Pad up the. I'm gonna have to do a double check on this because, as you said, of course, these confederations would have more than enough time to assess how the format works. And personally, I think there would have been potentially far
I
easier
I
ways of drawing this up. But I'm gonna hold fire a bit until I check it out again. What I'm aware of, though, Mikey, I must say, time is of the essence. But what I am aware of, and for purposes regarding the Jamaican national team, if
yeah.
as you're speaking, you're saying and suggesting that Jamaica are going to be enduring or experiencing some good times because of the quality of
Yeah.
the competition of the team. Let's focus on the Jamaican squad itself. What are the strengths and what are the potential weaknesses of this Jamaican team as we
I
focus and put the spotlight on them?
the team is the squad is a good squad, but I don't know what the makeup of the final 11 going to be on the field because I think that Casey should be on the pitch because he's a creative player. But at the same time, I want Bobby Reed on the pitch too. Now, therefore, you have got one CDM. So
But is that a
that's
must?
eh?
Is that a must in the Gold Cup? Latibadair and Kevin Lambert were forming a defensive central midfield
Absolutely
axis, though that came in for criticism because it took away from some of the creative thrust of
right.
the Jamaican team and left the attacking third, the Mikel Antonios, the Damari Grays, the Leon Bailey, to create chances for themselves. But they've got to receive the ball in promising positions. So
So
in terms of gelling and getting a formation that is a working, winning formation for
uh,
Jamaica, as it came faltering against Mexico, that's very important.
yeah, but I think I'm trying to think like the coach, how I see this coach always set up. He always use two defensive midfielder, two CDMs. But if you have Casey in the team, you need Bobby Reed in the team too. So therefore, he might going to use uh, Latibadair or Kevin and use. Personally, I just use one CDM because I want the team to be more attacking. That is me. I want the team to be more attacking. I watched Casey Palmer play last two games. I mean, he didn't play the one before, but I've watched him play, and he seemed to improve from the first time I saw him 2 years ago. And I think that he should start. Don't know if he's going to start the first game because he's just coming into the team, but he should start between Latibadair and Lambert. That's where the toss-up is. The 3-4 is going to be Gray, Anthony, and Bailey up front, and the defensive four is going to be Bell, um, Pinnock,
Damien Lowe.
Lambert, Kisa. He's going to go with what he knows, and Blake is going to be in the goal. That's a strong team. Now, how well they play, but remember, on this team, there's only one player that has never played a game with the rest of the team, and that
Good
is
evening, by the way. Fanden, good night, football Fanden UK. Gaz, a big
and
social media football fan. I salute. Thank you very much for joining Football Fanden. Big up yourself, Gaz.
and
Go
that
ahead, Mikey.
and that's Casey, the only one that is going to be on the field that never played with the group, right? So therefore, I think he's going to be good because when whether it's Lambert Kesey or Lambert, they might look for him quickly for him to release the players because he gets rid of the ball very fast. If he knows how to put the ball in spaces, guys gonna run onto it.
That's
So,
Casey.
eh? Casey,
Is that
yes,
Casey?
yeah,
I'm looking. I must say, I've not seen a lot. I've only seen highlights on YouTube of Casey, but I am very much looking forward to seeing Casey. As I said, I think he's around 26 years of age. I've heard
yes,
much in the Jamaican social media space about Casey Lambert. I remember hearing things about previous midfielders for Jamaica. I think there was a gentleman called, was it Stewart? They call him the Glass. He was he was made of glass. He was always
oh yeah,
getting picking up in,
pass,
yeah, man, always picking up injuries. But Casey Palmer, I'm looking forward to seeing him because that midfield area, I think any top team worth their salt needs an engine. Just like Man United, you've got your
yeah,
Casemiro. Arsenal have got the Declan
yeah.
Rices, the Thomas Partey's, but you need that creative flavor. Arsenal got the Martin Odegaard. I'm not sure who you've got. All right, yes, you've got the
I,
Bruno Fernandez's and the people like
Daniel
that.
Johnson would have been that person, but he's not that person. So he's a good player still, coming off the bench, give you a spark.
A little controversial. You don't think he's that player? Oftentimes he's been forming part of a defensive type
Yeah,
unit,
but
but his
right,
offensive game is really where he fully thrives. You don't think he's got the ability or the IQ, the
I
engine to provide that attacking
I
thrust?
I think Casey has more flair than him.
Interesting call.
I
Okay. You're
think
marking the cards. Interesting. Okay.
that's my opinion,
It's
but that's
opinion. That's what the game's about.
yep, my opinion. And I feel that the Jamaica team should take down this Honduran team at home. Haiti is always a tricky team when it comes to Jamaica because Haiti never stop running. Both the men and the women never stop running. I don't know something with Haitians where they love to run. They never stop coming at you.
Something
They
in the waters.
eh?
something in the waters. I mean, if they are as industrious, and I tell you what, they were a little unlucky. I think it was a case of inexperience in the Gold Cup, but they
Yeah,
were giving oftentimes as good as they got. Unfortunately,
yeah,
the hardest thing, in the reason boss's opinion, in football to do is to score a goal, and they came up ultimately short through not having that cutting edge. Though, as you rightfully said, they've got the industry. Football fan, then thanks for the welcome, Rich Poe. Sounding like a good conversation, guys. Well, Gaz and football fan, then you know that there's always quality conversation on Rich Poe Sports and on Football Fan Den UK, which is why I often join Gaz for Football Fan Den's live commentary and coverage of many football matches right across the country and globally. He's even touched base with the Gold Cup. So I salute Gaz, always quality conversation. And despite this Manchester United fan below here, yes, Gaz, he's a Man United fan. He actually is capable of some decent conversation. Know yourself, says Casey, and Bobby Reed should start with Joel as the CDM. What say you, Mike?
I I think he's going to go with Joel because he both of them played well in the Gold Cup, but I think he's going to go with Joel as this as the man in front of the two defenders. And I think he's going to go with Bobby Reed. I think the same front four is going to be up there, and Casey Palmer. Casey is going to come in as the other person. If he doesn't start the first game, he's going to come on in the second half and maybe start the second game.
Are
But
you are you Oh, go
I,
ahead. I was going to say
I
if
think
you're happy with
problem
actually how the
in
coach
the
is
Gold Cup
using
was
Joe Latiba there.
yeah, I think Jamaica problem in the Gold Cup was that we didn't have a person to distribute the ball and help the front line because you have two defensive midfielders, right? And they're not they're not they're not creative enough. Let's put it that
No,
way.
they're not front foot. Yeah, they weren't front foot
Right.
orientated players trying to create those,
You
picking
also that
finding the pass, picking the pass for the likes of the Damari Grace to run onto. They had to create much for themselves,
yeah.
Antonio and Leon Bailey as well. You're quite right, yes.
And Joel is playing centre half in a back three for Coventry.
You see, so the mindset defensive,
Yes. So
defensive.
I haven't seen Lambert play yet for his MLS team. I haven't watched. I just came back from Jamaica, so I haven't really seen him play because he got he moved up since I was in Jamaica. I was in Jamaica. I haven't seen him play it, but I'm gonna try and catch it on a playback replay. Catch to see how he.
Okay. I'm
But
I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna
I
check out on YouTube and see how he's been getting on. Go ahead, Mike, and then after, could you just answer, if possible, football fan then UK's question regarding the history between Jamaica and Honduras. You mentioned that Haiti are always a tough opponent for Jamaica. What's the
tricky.
word regarding Honduras?
Well, lately we have been getting the better of Honduras. We beat them two times in the World Cup qualifier last time go round. Lately, we have been getting the better of Honduras.
That's true.
Um,
I remember the
over
qualifications.
the
Yes,
last 5 years, I don't think we have lost to Honduras. If we have, it's not many times. It's maybe one time. But every year is a new year, new players, new things. So a couple years ago, Guatemala wasn't all that. Now Guatemala is there. I mean, El Salvador. We used to beat El Salvador very often in the World Cup qualifiers. We couldn't seem to beat them. But you know, every year is a different year. I think that Honduras, we should be able to beat Honduras at home because a home game, which is our advantage. That's an advantage to us because we're playing Honduras is a different story. That we advantage them, although we beat them in Honduras during the World Cup qualifiers, if I remember correctly. Um, but my thing is Haiti. And plus the Haiti game more likely will be playing in the United States. The return. So it's like it's a away game for both teams because no games can be played in Haiti right now.
A very interesting factor there. Hopefully, it would be advantage Jamaica, but a very interesting
If,
point if that's going to be played on US soil.
yeah, because no, more than likely it's going to be played in the U.S. It's going to be, and I think since Haiti is a home team, it's going to be played in Florida, where there's a large Haitian community, also a large Jamaican community. So it would be nice to see who has the majority supporters there.
Listen, full respect there, full respect. And talking of full respect, watch out. Football fan then says Bailey's in good club form which should be good for Jamaica. Indeed, I agree. For so many people have wondered and explained, tried to explain the conundrum. It was a conundrum when I joined the Jutapos of the Reggae Boys. Why does Leon Bailey, such a quality player, full of ability, just seem not to do it, quote unquote,
I
for
think
Jamaica?
I think before
Mm,
before before this coach got there, I think Leon Bailey put the pressure on himself because he's the marquee player, the player that get paid the most money, the player that coming with the biggest name, the player that every country is going to look double team that we're going to play. Now he has help. He has Mikel Antonio. Now he has Demario Gray. So it take the pressure off of him. So now him can just play his. Him don't have to overdo it. I think he's trying to maybe do too much sometimes, and that's what caused him to have the problems he has on the Jamaican national team. The game, he doesn't let the game come to him. He's pushing the game and
it,
trying to do too much.
he's an interesting conundrum. I remember famously, I don't know if you recall, at the press conference, one of the press conferences, and he was asked a question regarding his form for Jamaica as contrasted to form for
Yeah,
Aston Villa, quote unquote. And he said unequivocally, he's not concerned about the pressure. He puts, as you rightfully said, he puts pressure on himself to perform, but pressure is no big thing for him. It's
right.
all part and parcel, and his expectation levels are um yeah, his expectation levels are created from himself. By the way, let me just introduce to football fan then Gaz as the host. Below is special guest Mikey Ballin, a global superstar when it comes to being a panelist and opinion and naysayer when it comes to Arsenal. But he is a man who appreciates the game of football, has a passion for it, and he has a wonderful, sharp sense of humor, honed on the likes of Talawa TV, honed and always welcome on Rich Post Sports. Mikey Ballin in the house. Mikey,
Yeah,
I've got to ask. There was a question. Thank you very much. Know yourself for the question. It is around, and it could be a little ticklish. This gentleman, the young player, has now moved from Man United after some ups and downs, some challenges,
hmm,
formerly from Man United, your stomping ground, to Getafe in Spain. We're talking, of course, of Mason Greenwood. Would you like to see ASAP or at any juncture a Mason Greenwood representing
I
sweet
I
reggae
only
jam down Jamaica?
I only want to Mason Greenwood if he wants to play for Jamaica.
Oh, know yourself. Did you hear that? Did you
No,
hear that? He's hit a nail on the head. Can you expand just a little bit on that? You've hit the nail on the head, Mikey, and it's where I stand without question or hesitation. Go ahead.
Deshaun Bernard, Lambakisa, Joel, Russell, who's not on the team right now, put them foot forward and say, I want to represent Jamaica. And they're on the team, they got the games, they're in the team. Now, I don't want to hear about who can play for Jamaica and who's supposed to be playing for. No. If you want to play for Jamaica, get your passport, just like the guy, Trayvon, I think his name from New York City FC.
Oh
The
yes, yeah, a new guy, Tavon Gray, I believe. Tavon Gray,
Ray,
New York City. Yes.
right? He grew up about a quarter mile from here in the Bronx. Where
Okay.
he's grew up, yeah, quarter mile from here in the Bronx. He's a captain US under 17 team in 2019 to the World Cup, and now he's playing for Jamaica. Now you see that he put his foot forward. His both parents are Jamaican. Don't tell me about Mason Greenwood. Tell me about Mr. Greenwood when him have him passport and the coach select him and him show up. Then we can talk about him. Apart from that, it's like a man say, "Boy, I'm gonna go hunt, I'm gonna come back with two bird." Are you sure you get the two bird? Wait till the bird, you shoot the bird, you know you have one. When Mr. Greenwood arrive in Jamaica, put on the Jamaican shirt, sing the national anthem, and make it to Jamaica with the passport, then we can talk about him. But after that, before that, forget Mason Greenwood.
Great answer. And I'd like you to know that Football Fandens Gaz concurs, feels that that is a very good answer. And uh, listen, I'm 110% in agreement with you. It's interesting seeing how many fans have been, almost jumping on the Juta bus, on the bandwagon. Come on, Mason Greenwood. Let's get Mason Greenwood. Let's recruit Mason Greenwood. But the way you said it, know yourself also concurs and says, big up yourself. Mikey, he agrees with both
Listen,
our answer. It's not a case of, jumping and begging and please, yes, please come over, come on over.
no,
It's got to be a two-way street. Of course, we want Reggae Boys who have got quality
yes.
about them and class, but you want the heart, the passion, the desire, the willingness.
Look at no,
That mentality makes a
look,
big difference.
look at a person like Joel, Dishan, Lamberkeisen, right? And this guy Trayvon or the Gray from the US here. They are young.
Tavon Gray,
They're 21, 22. And they made a commitment to
Tavion.
Jamaica. Look how long we talk about Mason Greenwood. From before the last Gold Cup. Come on, if the guy who want to play for Jamaica, he would play for Jamaica a long time. You understand me? I'm still waiting for a chance maybe to play for England. I don't know. But he's British. He was born there. So I understand.
Ah,
I,
understanding and overstanding, so
yeah.
important. No, yes, football fan. Then just backing up and
All right.
reiterating what you said. You need to want to play for your
Yes.
country and a country, and it's an honor. It should be an honor, not an excuse or a sideline or oh, there's an opportunity
I,
presenting
I,
yourself.
I'm
There's
going
a
to
chance to do that.
yeah.
No,
I want to say this. When my daughter was a
speak.
when my daughter's a teenager playing basketball here, right? And I said, if Jamaica should call you, will you go play for Jamaica? She said, no, I'm an American. Now she's an adult, over 21. She says she's a Jamaican. If Jamaica call her right now, but she stopped playing basketball, she play for Jamaica. So you see, as a teenager, she wanted to play for the US. But I guess she get old and see how the world works and say, well, you know what? I'm African American. I am black. My father is Jamaican. No, I prefer to play the Jamaica than US. And I think the same thing the kid from the Bronx did. His mother and father are Jamaican. Yes, when I was a teenager, I want to represent my country, US. But now I'm old and see what's going on. I say, you know what? Let me play for Jamaica. And he's 21. So he's giving up the rest of, I mean, maybe in 2, 3 years' time, the US would have maybe called him. He was a former US captain, under 17 captain to the World Cup. Now he's playing for Jamaica. People, you can't force people to play for you. You can't go on your knees and beg them because now them come, them take them as prima donna.
Uh,
Just say, Mason, you have Jamaican heritage. We'd like you to play for us. Well, I'm not ready. I got to think about it. Okay, when you think about it, you get your passport and everything. When you get your passport, call me back. That's all that I said to him. So if you don't get him passport, him now call me. So me now busy about him again. Move on.
how impressed with you? How impressed are you with Coach Jaime and John Wool's tenure as Reggae Boy coach?
I
Of course, there
listen.
was controversy about having a overseas coach as opposed to a locally born or registered
But
coach. What are your
listen,
thoughts on his tenure so far?
first, let me address the local coach. When you have a local coach, you have too much politics in it. When you have a local Jamaican coach, you have politics in it. Where whichever team is coaching in Jamaica, we have majority of the players coming from that team. And then some coaches, not all, a few of them feel that the Jamaican players are better than the people that's playing professionally overseas. Even better than the Jamaicans that played in the Premiership, perhaps like people like Cephas and those guys who playing overseas in a professional league. They still feel that local Jamaicans are better than them. Now they used to play in the league and they get contract to go play, so therefore they're definitely better than the ones in Jamaica that's playing in Jamaica. When you have a Jamaican coach, you have politics in it. As a kid growing up, if Duncan, team is coach Cavaliers, was coaching Jamaica, you have 9 Cavaliers man on it. If you have Jackie Bell is coaching Jamaica Santos, you have 9 Santos man on it. If you have the Boys Town guy coaching, you have 9 Boys Town man on it. That's how Jamaica team used to work. Politics. Now you have an overseas coach. He might have no axe to grind and no commitment to no club. So he's going to pick the best players that he thinks can work in his system to play for Jamaica. That doesn't mean they're the best Jamaican players, you know. It's the best players that can work in his system.
Hey, you're loud and clear.
Okay. Now, man, they say that, let's say Ravel start to play for a big team and Ravel can't get back. You may think Ravel not good enough anymore for his system. But the next coach may come in and say, we need Ravel.
Do you think, by the way, and this is just your opinion, of course,
Yes.
at the moment, I'm not sure if Revel still is without a club. But Revel personally, every time I've seen Jamaica perform and he's been on the pitch, he's been one of the coolest characters. Ability to pick a pass and make a pass and
Yeah.
be outside the area to take a shot. But again, this is a selection minus Ravel Morrison. Do you think that his time's up, or do you think that if he had a club, he would be an automatic selection?
If he had a club, he'd be automatic selection. The court said if you're not playing for a club, then you won't be selected. Now, Damari Gray is right in between clubs right now. So I think he's going to give him maybe 2-3 months to find a club, and then maybe Damari Gray is no longer on the team if he can't find a club.
What?
No, if he's not playing football, he doesn't have any form. So therefore, if you're going to drop Ravel, you have to drop Damari too. That's what the court said. I'm just saying what the court said.
My Lord, I wonder if the likes of football fan then out there know yourself. Would you go as far as to drop a player of the caliber of not only a Ravel
But
Morrison, but a
but
Damari Gray? Would you
but
drop a
but
Damari Gray because he's not playing regular first team football, or would you acknowledge that there are some
that
exceptions to be
no no
made and can be made?
that's
No?
coach rules. There's no exception. You start making exception, then everybody going to look. Then everybody going to say, "Oh, you play. Oh, how Damari play and him not play for the club for 6 months. I'm not play for 2 months and you drop me." No, you have to go. The rule is the rule. When anytime you try to find loopholes in rules, that's when you start coming up with problems. You stick to the gun. You know, yeah, he's a great player, good player, yeah, but he not playing first team football.
I just want to switch sports very, very, very briefly. Did you follow the World Athletics Championships by any chance from
Yes,
Budapest?
I was in
What
Jamaica.
did you
Yeah,
think of? All right. What did you think of the relay situation? I'm bringing it to your attention and to the viewers and subscribers because the
you
whole
mean
issue about politics and the relay selections,
you
I
mean you
thought
mean
it may be a storm in a teacup for the men's 4x100 meters. Of course, there was issues regarding the women's
the
100
four
meters.
by
Women got a silver, men
yeah.
got a bronze, and yet there was some bag of drama things that go on. Go on.
No, well, what happened here again is that the way Elaine Thompson ran the heats and the speed that she was going at, she should be on the team in the finals.
For the final.
Right. But what the coach did is it select the top four ladies that finished in the top four at the Jamaica trials.
Was yes.
But you remember, Jamaica trials was 3 weeks prior. No, Elaine is faster than that present girl now at the championship. So you can't go off what you did 3 weeks ago, but who is the fastest right at the given time? If Elaine had run that leg, Jamaica would have won that race. I guarantee that. But Elaine said she was injured. I heard that rumor said she was injured. So maybe that's a little way to cover for the coach. I don't know. I'm just guessing. With the men team, they ran the best team. Nobody would have beat the USA right there now. The 4x4 men, I think that the Bailey being injured cost them a medal. That is Veronica Campbell's brother.
Sean Bailey. Yep.
Yes, I think him getting it, he couldn't run in the relay, the 4x4, the finals. That cost him a medal. The women, I think Cherokee should have run. I don't know. I just love that girl. Don't know where.
Cherokee Young.
Eh? Cherokee Young. Yeah,
Cherokee Young.
I just love that girl. She has heart. I see her running for Texas. She just She does have heart. It's Texas or Arkansas, one of them. Yeah, she does have heart. She's no longer there anymore, but she not gonna make nobody run past her. I can guarantee you that. I don't care who.
A very quick word, just to mention, you mentioned politics before we wrap up regarding the Reggae Boys, and we'll touch on, if you want to, if you dare to, the Arsenal versus Man United fixture. That Arsenal Man United fixture. But let me just go quickly back to the track and field. What there was the issue. Mr. Taekwondo Tracy was suggesting that if you have a technical director, if you've got a like of a Morris Wilson, someone who's got potentially a foot in both camps, he's got affiliations with GC Foster.
Yes.
It's invariably going to be the fact that there's going to potentially be some issue and favoritism,
No,
cronyism at play. I'm not sure if that's the case. But what say you, sir?
no. What I think what happened, the kid that won the university games championship, he won the gold university game a couple like the week before. They,
Golston,
they brought him into the team,
right,
but his time was still fast. His times is still faster than Taekwondo Tracy's. Taekwondo
right.
fifth, I think, in the trials. I don't know where this kid. I think this kid must finish seventh. I think in the trials. But again, the same thing. Go back to it, Elaine, because the kid time is now faster than Taekwondo time. He's running a faster time than he should run, just like Elaine should have run a leg in the finals, because Elaine is running faster than the girl that finished ahead of her in the trials. But
You see,
they're trying to be
but
top four at the trials must run the finals. The top four don't mean that they are the best four. The is the person that run consistently faster. Because I could run. All right, look at this. The guy that won the 100-meter finals in Jamaica trials, right? I think his name is Watson.
yes,
He didn't
Rohan
make
Watson.
the guys that finished second and third made the finals in the flat 100 meters. So not because you win on the day, but your average time over the season is not better than mine, because I've been running consistently. But that day at the final, somehow I freeze in the block, stuck, get to my head no right, never run well. And now you are the champion. But at the world championship, I'm running faster than you presently.
Present.
The person that running the fastest on that given days should be the people that run the relay legs. Because you remember, them have six. The six people them have, six is the top six goals.
Right.
so, so you have six people to choose from.
This is why the voice of reason, the reason boss, calls people
I have
such as Mikey Ballon in. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry to return to your previous topic. I must point out, color of the person's skin has nothing to do with the country. Oh, yeah, yes.
what
The
skin?
color.
What about skin? Who talk about any skin color?
Yes,
I
I
don't
didn't pick
ask
up
question.
any. Yes, I didn't pick up any point about skin. Maybe someone made a point in the comment section that wasn't read out,
Oh,
but I didn't pick up any conversation about color. But yes, yes,
um,
without question or hesitation.
whoever wrote that, just remember Jamaica is out of many one people. We have blacks, Indians, Chinese, whites, Jews, Syrians, Lebanese, Russians. But we have even now people from Ukraine. Well, people from Austria live in Jamaica. We out of
Out.
citizens now, who are Jamaican citizens now. People from Switzerland who's now Jamaican citizens, which I met in Jamaica, who are now Jamaican citizens. So we colored Jamaica. We don't have color problem. If you're white and you go to Jamaica, when the sun burn, we call you red. We never call you white. We call you red. Red man, where
If,
go on? A brown man. You understand me?
if you're
So,
just touching base, hit the like, share, and subscribe. I will be sending this video public. So if you're watching live, it's a limited availability, but I'm going to be sending it to the public. So feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Share and subscribe to Rich
oh,
Poe
no,
Sports. Big up yourself to
before
Football Fan Den UK. our outstanding football station
Before
for
you
football fans.
go,
Look out for that.
I must big up Watson, the 400-meter runner,
Oh, you mean? Oh,
because
you mean?
expect Jamaica to
Jam
get
down?
that race,
Oh, God.
and I went up. It floored me
Ah,
because no, I'm still stunned.
Lord of mercy.
The man will feel proud, man.
Oh,
Man,
you mean?
what's her name? Sharika. They expect her to win the 200 meters, but Watson, me not see Jamaica. I live in Jamaica on the podium.
Not
Never,
many, not
eh?
not many hand on heart did. That was a world class lineup. Of course, we felt sorry for Stephen Gardner, the outstanding 400-meter favorite from
Yes,
Bahamas, long-legged, smooth running. He would have been the favorite, but picked up an injury,
yes,
unfortunately, in the semi-final. Very unfortunate. But still, Karani James, Quincy Hall, no
yes,
slouch. Vernon Norwood looking for his first individual honor. Matthew Hudson Smith for Team GB.
yes,
He had one thing on his mind, which is almost a rarity for many British athletes. He wanted gold, number one position. He
yes.
wasn't interested in no bronze, no silver, no fourth place business. So big up to Matthew Hudson Smith. I'm trying to make you should understand. Yeah, I'm not trying to make any issue. Uh, Listen, if anyone has any issue with what Football Fan Den UK is saying pertaining to what Mikey and myself concur to, then we would have to agree to disagree. Out of many, Mikey, am I speaking? Out of many,
One people.
one people.
Oh,
Simple as. Go ahead, sir. Yeah, man. But yeah, listen, Antonio Watson. That we're talking about, being available in the likes of Mason Greenwood. People not having to beg for him to represent Jamaica. But if you freely have that desire, that that push, that desire to represent, let me tell you something. That counts for so
Mikel
much.
Anto.
Antonio wanted that victory coming into the home straight. If he was, if he had an inkling, if he thought, you know what, I'll just settle for a bronze, or I'm feeling the lactic acid building. This guy's too far ahead of me. It's done. My heart's not in it. He might drop back. My lord, my lord. That's why you're lost for words. The way he surged with Karani James to his left,
Run past
a
Karani James.
Bernard Norwood to your right, a Quincy Watts, a Quincy, excuse me, a Quincy Hall,
Yeah,
hungry to make a name for himself on the scene, not the US number one, and Matthew Hudson Smith going
I,
all guns blazing on business about nothing except gold to hunt down that brother. Oh,
yeah.
oh God,
I would.
that's when you deserve to win a race and fall down flat on your back,
Yeah.
knackered because you've left it on the track. Go
I
ahead,
would.
sir.
I tell Mr. Watson one thing.
Go ahead.
Next year,
Uh, Paris,
yes, him better
what you gonna
prepare for
tell him?
3, not 44.
At you.
Please, 44, 40. I don't think 44 are going to do it next year. If I
Oh
would,
God.
if it's because him know him have 44s in him legs now, he will get to 43. Him have 44, little bit, he will get to 43 and a half, and that will give him the gold medal in Paris.
It was a wonderful, excuse me, it was a wonderful World Championships in Budapest, Hungary.
Yes,
Wonderfully attended,
I'm
fantastic drama. The Femke Bulls, the Faith Kip Yegons, the Matthew Hudson Smith going for gold. The outstanding achievements, of course,
wait,
Noah
wait,
Lyles with his three-peat,
no, no,
Sharika Jackson, Shakari Richardson being
yes,
introduced. Lord of mercy, hey, this is a football show, you know. Go on, sir. But you
one
know, so we're
more
sports
thing.
in our hearts. Go ahead.
About track, let's go to the field.
Uh,
We want to big up to the 3 long jumpers that finished second, third, and fourth.
broops, 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 broops,
Second,
broops.
third,
Mr.
and
Pinnock, Mr.
eh?
Gill, Mr. McLeod. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord, I've not, listen,
Pinnock.
not until I've seen, not since I've seen America in their pomp
Yes.
have I seen such a plethora of athletes dominating an event
Wait.
from one
It's not
nation. My lord, the flag of Jamaica.
it's not fair.
Second, third,
Not,
and fourth.
we have to big up the high jump lady too. She finished fifth in the high jump. I don't know
Oh,
if you knew.
is it Hinton? I think her name's Hinton.
Yes, she finished
Listen,
fifth.
one wonderful jumper just behind Britain's Morgan Lake, who had an outstanding competition. She was one of my
But
dark horses for Team GB. Hats off to Morgan Lake and hats off to Hinton.
also,
Fantastic high jumping. I'm
and
glad that you're a track and field. I'm gonna have to get you involved in track and field. I'm gonna be doing a
don't.
show actually,
But
brief show on the
hold on,
latest
listen,
Diamond League from China.
Richard. You know, let me tell you, I come from a school that track and field is God. Rama.
Ah,
No, I must also big up Miss Todd, the shot putter. I think she is. She finished fifth also.
big up. I tell you what, if she'd added around 10 centimeters or so to
Get
her
up.
throw, she would have found herself on the podium. But that's no easy task. This was the World Championship, the creme
Yep.
de la creme, only superseded by the Olympics. But it was fantastic by way of competition. Time is against us relatively.
No,
Listen, time
no.
flies when you're having fun, you
One
know.
last.
But go ahead.
I can't listen. Jamaica is
Yes,
4,411 square miles,
go ahead.
and we pick up 12 medals. How big is England? How big is
Bigger than
Germany?
Jamaica. Hey,
How big is Mexico? How big is Canada? How big is Turkey? With little, but with talawa.
Salawa. Oh, you
And
mean? Remember that.
big up.
Remember that.
All right. Now the reggae boys must follow the reggae girls and the track and field people them and carry the flag going. We had a great summer. The under 15 team got to the semifinals of CONCACAF. The girls got to the final 16 and two easy chances away from being in the final eight to beat England to be in the final four. We had a great summer. How big is Jamaica again, Richard? 4,411 square. Maybe a little bigger now because I'm dump up some land. And 11 square miles. And we are on the world stage, larger than some very huge countries.
For real. You can
How
take
big is
that to
Germany?
the bank.
How big is France? How big is Italy? Look at the medal table.
How big is the hearts of Jamaicans who are representing good
And
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 true?
listen. Let's move to football, female football. Notice number 8 got knocked out, number 7 got knocked out, number 16 got knocked out by teams that rank above 40. Big up to Morocco, Jamaica. Who else? Who else was in there? Somebody else was
Na-
in there.
Well, Nigeria was in there.
Nigeria, Jamaica. I think those are the three. Those are the three, right? Outsiders. There was anybody else?
Colombia,
Colombia was it?
Colombia.
Yeah, maybe.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
Colombia was the part of the team that knocked out Germany. If I'm not, I think they knocked out Germany. I think they were
No,
part of the team.
no, Korea knocked out Germany, man. Korea beat Korea knocked out beat them in the last
But
game. Or,
somebody else must have knocked them out as well. I think it
yeah,
was
yeah.
Colombia that was in that group.
Colombia beat them. Colombia beat them.
Yeah, man. I mean,
But
that was
Germany beat Morocco 6-0 in the first game.
yeah,
Morocco
man.
go through and Germany go home.
You see, this is what the beauty of football is about, which is, of course, something that Know Yourself, Football Fan Den UK, and watching views and subscribers. Remember to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. This will be going public.
Richard,
Please feel free to share the video. Listen, it's a fantastic achievement, as Football Fan Den UK says. Absolutely. And this is, on this channel, we appreciate endeavor,
listen,
effort, talent. We call a spade from no matter where they come from. Shakari Richardson, international, made
Jamaica
a name. Big up.
Jamaica played 4 games.
Go
Four
ahead.
games. 1 goal against. 1 goal for. Last World Cup is we had almost 11 goals scoring us, maybe I think.
Taking a
What a
shalakin.
what an improvement.
Big,
What
big.
improvement. Oh,
big
the next team got knocked out.
back-to-back World Cups.
Canada was the next team that got knocked out. The next favorite, one of the top teams that got knocked out. Canada. I left out Canada. So listen, when it comes to sports, we have to play the games or run the races.
Yes.
Nothing is given.
No,
Because
no.
I thought that Colombia had a chance to beat England in that game also.
Oh, they did until that mother of all
Yeah,
errors came into the equation, which made me realize that that team just was not serious. I could not. You do my you were lost for words when Antonio Watson won that 400. When
yes,
I saw with a couple of minutes to go, all Colombia had to do was see out that first half, having
yeah,
held that 1-0 lead.
yeah.
When I saw that ball going to the box, I tell you, even now I've not gone back to watch a replay. Once was enough. I could barely sleep. I've not seen such. I've not seen defending like that since school days, and even then, certain man got some A. Hey, oh God, oh
And
God.
Women World Cup is the best World Cup because of the upsets and the unpredictable of all the teams.
They came, and people weren't surrendering. It wasn't a case of surrender. The standard was
People
higher
were
than
complaining
in
that
years previous, and the caliber and the intent. Of course, there's a ways to go, but
yes,
absolutely, there
people,
was
people were
cut and
complaining.
thrust.
People are complaining that 32 teams, these teams from the Caribbean and from Asia and from Africa are going to just get 12 love and 10 love.
Let them stay there,
We
behind
never,
the times.
eh?
Behind the times. Let them stay there. They got a rude awakening from England, barely getting out with their lives. A 1-0 victory over Haiti.
Yeah,
How they got out with that 1-0, I still don't know.
yeah, they should have beat them.
A retaken penalty, but sometimes you got to ride your luck. But what was crystal clear, Haiti stamped their mark on the world of
Brazil,
women's football.
Brazil,
Nigeria, the Super Eagles, the Ball Super Eagles,
yeah.
stamped their mark. South Africa left a legacy. So the days of getting a shallacking and a beating by the quote unquote first tier nations, not
Also, best
more power to them.
of the World Cup was scored by the Panamanian against France. You saw the freak?
Screamer, scream
That's the best
from
freak.
where?
Eh?
Woo!
Woo!
What a strike! What a strike! That's a dream strike.
You remember what I was saying, Richard, before the World Cup, before even Haiti and Panama went to play the playoffs? I said 16 from CONCACAF going to be in the World Cup. I called it, and I also called that Jamaica is going to the second round over Brazil. Who
You
called
did,
it?
you did, Mikey Ballin. I tell you, he may be a Man United fan,
Don't go
but,
there. Don't push
oh
your luck.
God,
Richard,
yes,
I
sir.
had a wonderful summer. I went to Europe, I went to Jamaica, and I went to Texas. And I enjoy the sporting, the whole this was the best sporting summer ever. Apart from the
Wow,
heat. Apart from the heat in Jamaica. But that heat was
wow.
there. I am telling you. And what made it so precious is that in Jamaica we got the British feed and not the American feed.
Ah, that's a whole nother kettle of fish, but that's very interesting. I'm
That's
assuming that there's a bag of biasness, though there's certain biases in Britain. I can imagine. I've seen American commentary, and sometimes it's just,
yeah.
yeah. I mean,
I
talk
don't
about
butcher
insular.
announcement pulled up in the 400 meters and the race is running, they must show butcher running a full pull up and not showing the rest of the race. This is one.
Context. Sometimes we've got to give thanks. Yeah,
Yes.
man, the real context. I see football fan then mention that England, the women certainly anyway, have got the X on their back. Everyone wants to beat England. Lord have mercy, you've got me started. I might have to finish, but not right now. You're touching into some things now. Now I know you're a track and field man. Lord have mercy. I'm a rugby union fan. The World Cup of Rugby will be
I know
starting.
nothing
All
about rugby.
Blacks, come on, you
That,
All
that,
Blacks.
that's one sport I know nothing about rugby. I have no clue what they're doing. It's coming like that game them call that's what they call curling in the Winter Olympics. I don't know what the hell that's about.
Oh God! Well, in Britain, we have
The
got a
group
very good idea. Am I right, football fan? Then in Britain, we've got some talented
curlers.
curlers. So if you didn't know, you'd know. Mind you, America and Canada, they've got some useful curlers themselves. If you pay enough attention, I
Yes,
mean,
that's
it
it.
might bore you, but
I don't
it
get
can make sense. It does make sense, but you've gotta watch it.
you got
And maybe in America they don't have it on too long.
when
Listen, oh, go ahead.
Jamaica start to curl, I'll pay attention.
Yeah, wonderful. Just to answer football fan Den's question because time is against me and
Yes.
we're winding up, but it's been an absolute pleasure as always, Mikey. And my battery is way down, but I tell you what,
Yeah.
my lord, I tell you, you are quality as a guest, and we salute, like, share, and subscribe. Rich Post Sports. Big up yourself, Mikey Belly, and big up yourself, Football Fan
Yeah.
UK, Football Fan Den UK. He was asking how many games in the international break or window. Yes, in the international window, do Jamaica have? I believe it's two. Is that for
No,
this
no, no.
particular?
Let me tell him something. From now until
Yeah,
2026, Jamaica international window is full. They have a game every international window because of competition within the region. But
absolutely. I think he was.
the coach is saying that they may have to get the under 21 team to play some games in the international window. That was him. Walls, the other coach, assistant coach. What's his name?
John Wall. John Wall.
He's going to be coaching the under 20 team or under 21 team, and they may try to get international games in the international windows.
Okay.
Because
Okay. What?
the senior team is booked right until 2026.
Fully booked. Well, I know that the Jamaican media, social media, football space will be chock a block with shows, and Rich Post Sport will be part of that scene
Just
on Rich Post Sports, and of course guesting on other people's show. The coach is there's a fellow Man
just
United fan. You'd
Jamaica,
like him.
Jamaica is playing on the 9th, I think the 13th.
Yes, they are. They're going to be playing Haiti, Jamaica
Yeah,
against Haiti on the 13th of September, and of course on September the 9th they'll be playing
and
Honduras. Then there's a break, and then it's 11th of October,
no,
Canada versus
second,
Jamaica, and then Haiti
22nd,
versus Jamaica on October the
not
14th.
22nd. The Reggae Girls,
Oh, the Reggae Girls.
are playing Canada for Olympic qualifier on the 22nd. I think they go to Canada on the 26th to play the return game.
Ah, yes, that's for the Reggae Girls. I was talking about the Reggae Boys,
Those
but
very big games. I
yes,
think the Reggae Girls are going to prevail against Canada.
it's going to be well. Canada will be smart from that early exit from the World Cup. But the Jamaican Reggae Girls, they will be on top of the world
Listen,
with their outstanding run to the last 16, where they only were bested by that one solitary goal as
one mistake,
Colombia edged them.
one mistake we made.
Sometimes that's all it was. I mean, yes,
And
and of course by Blackwood, ball went
yeah,
over, quality cross, beat her, and good
she didn't
composure
have,
by the
never
Colombian
read.
to finish it.
She didn't read the flight of the ball. Everybody make a mistake. I mean,
Everybody,
are humans.
no, no one's perfect. Let me listen. You see the shirt behind me, Reggae Boys. Do your best. We are expecting good things against Honduras.
Yes,
We're both expecting a win versus Honduras, but it won't be a gimme. We don't know what the condition of the Jamaica Kingston pitch will be. It may not be pristine, but as Mikey said, it's home advantage. Um, we'll see. Mikey, are you there?
yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see, but I'm wrapping up, and my battery is
Yeah,
very,
yeah.
very low.
I think I freeze up a bit. Yeah,
Okay. Well,
go
a prediction for Jamaica, Honduras, and a prediction again. You may have changed your mind for Arsenal versus Man United tomorrow, 4:30 English
first,
time.
I'll take Man U 2-0.
To who?
Second, second Jamaica will beat
To who? 2-0 to who?
yeah to Man U. And then secondly, Jamaica will beat Honduras 3-1 and Haiti 2-0.
There you heard it, Mikey. I salute. We will be touching base again. Like, share, and subscribe to Rich Post Sports, Football Fan Den UK. Also, a terrific football channel for football fans. Mikey, an absolute pleasure. A happy anniversary to you. All the best to Manchester United, those fans, the fourth official coach's desk, my cousin Leonard, and all those Man United come see, come saw fans. Listen, you're going to put up a really good fight. I'm sure you've got pride. Ten Hag will have a lot of pride to play for. They're going to be pushing for a top four finish this season. Arsenal have slightly bigger fish to fry. We're looking for another push on the Premier League. I'm not going to talk about the likes of Mr. No, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to say big up yourself, Saka. Big up yourself, Trossard. Big up yourself, Martinelli. Big up yourself, Gabriel Maheles. Big up yourself, William Saliba, part of my fantasy football league. And most importantly, big up yourself, Arsenal fans, good and true. Without football fans, where is football and clubs? We salute clubs, their fans, the heartbeat of football. Mikey Ballin, I know you're a fan of sports, so we salute you. We wish you a happy anniversary and continue. Keep it locked on Rich Puss Sport. We appreciate your input, left, right, and center, shooting from the hip and shooting from the lip. No quarter asked and none given. Mikey B, the
Yes.
final word belongs to you, and I'm locking off.
Big up Jamaica. One love out of many one people. Victory come next week. No, every Jamaica team playing in this month is going to win.
Rich Po Sport signing out. Thank you very much to all who have hit the like button and have watched this live on the rerun. Please like, share, and subscribe. Peace and full respect. May the best team Arsenal win. Agan, Magan.